and welcome to How to Cook Great Food. With thousands of recipes and millions of views, why not subscribe to our channel and join the family?
Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please click that button and subscribe to our channel. On the menu today, and as you can see right here, just finished this, we're going to make a beautiful, and I mean really beautiful, fish curry. Loads and loads of Indian spices in there. We've got tomatoes, we've got onions, we've got chili, we've got garlic, we've got ginger, we've got curry leaves, we've got cumin, we've got so much. It's actually quite simple to make. And does it taste good? You betcha. Let's go and do it. Okay, let's start off by looking at our fish. Now, you can use any fish you want for this, guys. I'm using what's called a Nile perch today. So, but basically it's steaks. So I've got the skin on and there's a bone in there. So you need like a whole fish, cut it up. Tilapia will work really well. Kingfish would be fantastic. Any fish you like, really. Now, cut it up into whatever size you like. It's been cleaned really nicely. Simply at this stage, we're going to put a little bit of turmeric on there. And some salt. And all we're going to do with this is just throw this around in the turmeric and salt. And then we're going to fry it. So just roughly do this. You don't have to kind of coat it like we're making chicken nuggets or anything. Just sort of really roughly. Bit of turmeric on either side. And then we're going to go over to some oil. And we're going to fry that off. Now, before we go and fry that off, I'll just show you the next step, because what we're going to do is make this curry really smooth. So we've got tomatoes and onions and spices and stuff like that. I'm actually going to make a bit of a blend first. So let's do that, then we're going to fry the fish. Okay, so just going to show you a few components here. So fresh tomatoes, try and use nice ripe ones. Cilantro or coriander fresh. And I've got here some fresh cut green chili, some black pepper, a little bit more turmeric, and then the other three we've got chili powder. I'm using a Kashmiri chili powder, but use anything you want. Here I've got some coriander powder, and here cumin powder. Now these 1, 2, 3, 4 are about a teaspoon each, equal amounts. Now what I like to do is I want to get this in my food blender and mash it all together, get it nice and blended up, so we've got a really smooth gravy. So let me go and do that. I'll be back and it'll be as one all together. Okay, so there we go. Look, we've got that lovely marination now. So that's our tomatoes, chili, our spices, that cilantro, and the tomatoes all in there, really nice. That's going to make it really nice and smooth now for us. And there you go, there's our fish. So our components are pretty much done. So we're going to fry our fish now. We're going to set that aside. We are going to add a few other things like onions and curry leaves and stuff when we go back into the pan to do this. But let's get to the cooker first and do our fish. So here we are. I've got a pan here with, a centimetre or so of cooking oil. I'm actually using a sunflower oil today, but you can use anything you want. We're going to get it nice and hot. Now I'm going to fry the fish now. Now it depends on the type of fish you use, the size of the fish, to how long this takes. But what we want to do is get it kind of nice and golden brown. It is going to cook again in the sauce, so don't worry about overcooking it too much. Anyway, our oil's getting hot. Here comes our fish that's got turmeric and salt only. Now for me, I'm just going to cook that for about 4 minutes on each side. Don't play around with your fish too much, by the way. When it's in, just leave it alone, it's fine. If your fish sticks, leave it. Don't try and force it off. If you actually just leave it, it will naturally come off. So you're 4 minutes aside for me because of the size of this fish. Then they're going to come out and then we can move to the next step. Okay, off goes the heat. I'm going to take this fish out and set it to one side. So there you go, set that to one side. Now, we're going to have to discard this oil, but I'm going to hold a little bit back for cooking the rest of the curry. Some absolutely wonderful flavours in there, don't waste it, but far too much for what we need. We're going to use, 5% of that. Let's get moving. Okay, so back in the same pan, and as you can see, I've got some of that oil that we fried the fish in. Like I say, loads and loads of flavour, and also got some turmeric in it, nice bit of colour. We're now going to simply start off by dropping in some onions. Now these onions, again, I've put them in my food processor, or if you don't have one, just chop them really, really small, because we want to cook these and get them pretty much invisible into the sauce. You know, like we're going to cook it down and kind of make it beautifully smooth. To that, I'm going to be adding some, which I've got here, garlic ginger paste, which is a 50-50 mix of finely chopped ginger and garlic. We're going to add a little bit of salt to this now, which we didn't add to the tomato masala. And we're going to add some fresh curry leaves. Now if you can get these, they are absolutely wonderful. You can get them frozen, I think, or dried, you know, so some places do those. I mean, depending on where you live in the world. For me, I'm extremely lucky because we just have them in abundance everywhere here. So we've got our chopped onions nice and small into that turmeric fishy oil, which is going to add beautiful flavour, garlic ginger and our curry leaves. So let's cook these on a kind of medium to high heat just for about 3 to 4 minutes, stirring all the time. So I've got a wonderful, wonderful aromas coming from this, and our onions are starting to kind of go translucent. By the way, I actually used a red onion, but you could use a white onion if you wanted, or brown. So really simply now, we're going to go in with that beautiful tomato masala. So kind of everything's in there already. So in it goes. So let me see if I can remember what's in that. So we had our spices, which were cumin, coriander, chili, and a little bit of turmeric. Equal parts of about a teaspoon each. Or you could use a ready-made curry powder if you wanted. I prefer this myself. We had some black pepper in there as well. We had cilantro or fresh coriander, tomatoes, of course, and some fresh chili. They're pretty much all in, really. Right, what we're going to do now, this is well mixed in. We're going to cook this for about 6 to 7 minutes, stirring occasionally, because we need to cook those tomatoes and those spices now. Now I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit, so not a simmer, above a simmer, stirring every now and then I'll be back. I'm going to get this finished. Now this is looking absolutely beautiful. I've just had a little taste, it's gorgeous, I'm really happy with it. Got a nice kick in it. I mean, of course you can adjust the amount of chili you put in or whatever. Now I didn't start this off with any whole garam masala, because I don't want any bits in there, you know, I don't want any seeds and stuff in there. You could, if you want, add a little bit of garam masala powder now, which I'm not going to do because, like I say, I'm delighted with what I've got. What we are going to do now is get our fish and pop that in. And simply, on a nice low heat now, let's get our fish cooked into this beautiful masala. Low heat for about 4 to 5 minutes, and then she's ready to serve. See you in 4 or 5. Okay, and there we go, job done. It's really, really delicious, this. If you wanted, you could add a little bit of coconut milk at the end there and kind of cook that for another few, 5 or 6 minutes. That will kind of take it into a slightly different kind of dimension, but works really, really well. I've omitted that because I like this just like this, really delicious. Use any fish you like, guys. That's going to be great. I'm about to go and eat that. I can't wait. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, really does help us out a great deal, and we love your comments, and well, we love some of your comments, not all of them by the way, but love the comments, love all the tips and the kind of the friendship that we're building here. So that's it, see you soon, lots of love.
With thousands of recipes and millions of views, why not subscribe to our channel and join the family?